I just got done binge watching the morning show, seasons 1 to 3, starring Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, some other people that I started to fall in love with. I tried watching the show before and I didn't get into it. And it was a little bit difficult, and it still is, but at the same time, it's a really good show. If you're able to get past the fake news that it has, it is a show about a news organization. Not it's not Fox. It's not so much like Fox News. It's more like MSNBC or CNN. So the show is sort of like think about Suits with the lawyers and the that kind of world, those attorneys, and it was pretty epic. And I remember watching all the seasons of Suits, and it's kind of like that. It's very thrilling, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like you really want to continue watching. Like you really want to know. Other than the fake news, it's like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like it's just. I'm not really going to talk about the fake news right now because I'm trying not to get banned off YouTube again. They deleted my 10,000 plus videos. They stole my bike. Everybody steal my bike. Steal my dog. Did they steal my dog? So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not Chris. I'm not Chris Chan. So it's not like I have a plan. It's not like I know what happened, like what's gonna happen. And like in life you kinda have to be ready for the unexpected, and that's kinda what the show is all about. And I really like the storylines. It's really intriguing if you think about it. Jennifer, you know her from Friends. She played Rachel, and the show is focused on her, and her partner is Steve Carell, and they're the two news anchors for the morning show. And then Steve got caught up. He got caught up into the Me Too movement, and they had to get rid of him, and they explored that a little bit, and it was kind of good that they went kind of back and forth, and with like his perspective and their perspective, and it was still a little bit too biased to their side of like men are terrible pigs, just like cops kind of thing, which is kind of ironic if you think about it, with what happens in the later seasons with Reese Witherspoon, her character, and the thing that she was at in Washington, D.C., which I'm not going to talk about because I got one of my YouTube channels banned for talking about it, like suspended. Like you talk about it, like it might be okay now to talk about it, but I feel like I'm just like too scared to talk about it because they've just scared me. They've scared me so badly, and it's kind of devastating for that. But it's like Reese Witherspoon, she plays Bradley, and she comes out of nowhere, and Alex, played by Jennifer, Alex discovers her, and then they end up co-anchoring after Steve Carell's gone, and one of the persons that got Bradley on was the one of the producers, one of the executives who takes over later on. And that was really cool, and there's a little bit of a love interest because he's interested in her, and she's starting to get interested in him in return. And so I'm thinking about Bones. That was a really good show. I really enjoyed watching all the seasons of Bones, starring the one guy who played Angel in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And so that was really good to see this kind of love story. And another love story in season 3 is between Alex and this wannabe Elon Musk. They call him Paul Mark, and he's basically the stand-in for Elon Musk. Basically the same kind of guy, and he's interesting, but he's shady. But he has like rockets, just like Elon, and Alex falls in love a little bit. Like there's romance, but then Bradley's like investigating him, and then he finds out, and the other characters are like coming together to help Bradley at the last moment. Spoiler alert, like Alex comes in for the save. Like he's able to come in and go to the board meeting and say, hey, how about we don't sell the company to Elon Musk. I mean, it's like a Twitter parody, like, oh, don't sell Twitter to Elon Musk. We can't trust him. Let's do a merger with the other company, and that's what they end up doing. And then Bradley, she turns herself in for the one thing that's really not a thing at all, because it's just fake news. Just like how they talk about what happened in 2020, and they make a big deal about it, and it's understandable to an extent. Like if you're coming from the perspective of like say, what did people think in a news studio like CNN, where they believe in the fake news. For those who are not like conservative, who actually believe in all the things that they're told on TV, it's like perhaps the people that work at CNN believe those things too, and they did they did a thing on they covered the fires in California. They also covered the shooting in Las Vegas in 2017, and they failed to say, by the way, those buildings, they have windows, right? But the windows don't open. But the show is like so happy that they're gonna like just repeat the narrative of like, there's this one guy and he's like shooting at 1 million people and like 1 million rounds of bullets, and it's like people are running around. I remember when it happened in 2017, I was on Twitter, and what was trending on Twitter? Like if anybody remembers, they were like, well, there must be people running around shooting, like an active shooter running around on the ground. Did that really happen? Were there multiple people running around? Did it come from buildings? Did it come from people on the ground? There's like all these videos of stuff happening, and I remember looking at some of the videos. A lot of the videos were taken down, but it's like the information was there. Same thing with like what happened in Washington, D.C. in January of that one year, which I dare not say because I don't want to get banned again. Another channel banned again. One of my, how many channels do I have that has to get banned again, and I never get it back. Never get it back. Like, out of the 40 or 50 channels that I've had on YouTube alone, just YouTube alone, it's like they'll take it down. They'll take your channel down. They go after good people, and they will delete their videos, and they will suspend people off social media like YouTube and Facebook. And I'm talking about good people, not bad people. Like if bad people do bad things, then it's not surprising when they're punished, when they're banned, when they're censored. It's not a problem. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And a lot of times when you talk about it, when anybody talks about it, when you talk about censorship, when you talk about getting banned, people will automatically think that the person must have been bad, must have did a bad thing, must have been a bad thing, must have been a bad thing, must have been a bad thing. You might not be thinking about it consciously. It's probably more subconscious. If you're not thinking about it, then it's subconscious. And so if it's subconscious, then you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And that's unfortunate, but I wanted to bring that to your attention. It's like, that's the thing about the news. It's like, it's difficult. Like, the news can tell you things that are true. The things may be true. It may be true. But you got to ask yourself, what are they not telling you? What are they leaving out? What are they leaving out? And that's more harmful than anything you can ever imagine. I cover a lot on my daily blog, on Twitter, and wherever I can. I try to syndicate my stuff. I probably did a bad job trying to express myself, trying to tell people what I think, how I feel, my opinions about stuff, what I'm sharing online. But I still try to do it. And I think it's good when people are able to do it. It's difficult if you get banned just for expressing yourself. But it's good when you're able to do it. If you're able to find a place to do it. Like on Twitter, you can say a lot. You can't say everything. There's still problems, but it's a lot better than before. And it's good that you're able to have a First Amendment, even though it's like America is falling. And there was somebody that's like going to jail, might be going to jail or something, over a meme. There was a meme. There was some kind of meme like about Hillary Clinton. So it was like there's this American person who's like going to jail or something, and then there's like Owen who's in jail for a month right now over free speech, and that topic is mentioned in this show. I love the intro part of the show, of the morning show, and it's a good song. It's a good theme song that you will hear. I don't know what kind of music it is. Maybe a little bit of jazz and pop, or whatever it is. It's Cassie is interesting, and the animation that goes with it, of these like balls or circles going in and out and stuff. It's like kind of cool, and the overall interactions between the different characters is fun, is engaging. I started out knowing the stars like Jennifer and Reese and Steve Carell. These guys, they're movie stars. I know them, and then I started learning about the background characters, the supporting cast, and I started falling in love with them. And I know them now, and I'm really intrigued with them, and I really do want to continue watching the show. I really want to see a season 4. I like the storylines other than the fake news. Like abortion is another topic where they make a big deal about it. Like they're like, oh no, Roe versus Wade. What's it called again? Wade versus Roe v. Wade. Okay, that was getting overturned, and they're like, oh no, people are gonna die. Now I understand it's mostly perspective that they were presenting. Like some people actually believed it. That when that happened, then is the end of the world. But they did kind of showed like some of the people in the show understood what was going on, that it was going back to the states, that the states would decide whether or not they would want to ban abortion or not ban abortion, kind of thing. My opinion is don't really have a law on, like, you don't need to have a law on abortion, specifically on abortion. It's more like abortion is murder. It already is murder. You don't need a separate law to say that a specific kind of murder is murder and then come up with a new word for it. It already is, and I hope I don't get banned for that. But it's like you kind of have to like take people to court for that kind of thing, which is a lot of work. And if you don't, then you don't, and then nothing happens. It's like, you kind of have to like go through the steps, but then you have corruption in in the court, in the legal system, that's pretty devastating too. That's unfortunate. But overall, there's a lot of really interesting things going on in the show, and I'm intrigued and I really want to see more. Thank you for watching.